As another year comes to an end, we here at Motorcycle.com wanted to share with you our favorite first rides of 2017. First up, we have Duke on a Duke.
If you look at this thing, there's no way you could imagine it would cost just $52.99. That's the MSRP in America, $5,299. Because if I just look at it, I'd say $6,000, maybe $7,000. It looks that good. And for a beginner-ish entry-level bike, for a bike to look this good, that's a real standout item. You can go out to your bike night and you can not be embarrassed about your single-cylinder motorcycle. We were riding around in town with this bike and a whole bunch of steering lock. You can really do tight turns. It's really maneuverable in traffic. Real a good grunt for a small engine to squirt through traffic. And then once we got up to the mountains, it still pulled really good. And if you want an agile motorcycle, it's hard to beat this 390 Duke. At $5,299, I gotta give the 390 Duke a value score that maybe I've never given a bike before. I'm gonna give this a 10 on 10 because I think this bike is a riot to ride. It looks amazing. At that price, it's easy to walk into your dealer and walk out with a pretty cool bike that you're gonna impress all your friends with.
Next, we have John Burns' first ride of the 2018 BMW K1600B.
Anyhow, we started off in North Carolina under the pad of the total eclipse, which is about to happen. We're in the zone of totality. It's just about there. So it's going to be dark pretty soon, as dark as this new BMW. Man, the thing runs so nice and smooth. It's kind of like people think, oh, I was just talking to a guy, said, oh, a bagger needs to have character, and it's kind of lacking. I think if that's the case, I think I like ones that don't have any character, because this thing's real nice to ride. The seat's pretty close to the ground. For being a bagger, it's like 740 pounds, I think, with 7 gallons of gas, which is a big gas tank. But it doesn't feel that heavy for being a bagger, so very swell bike. Cruise control, electronic adjustable suspension, real easy to figure out the ride modes. Nice, man. You got floorboards as well as foot pegs. It has an auto blip up and down shifter that works pretty good.
Next up, we have Harley-Davidson's 2018 Softail lineup.
Imagine my surprise when I arrived in Milwaukee to learn that the super secret event I was attending was not about one new motorcycle, but instead the entire swath of the Harley Softail and Dyna lines. While we'd expected the Milwaukee 8 to eventually work its way into the Softail line, seeing the blank slate approach to the redesign and the effort spent to improve every aspect of the bike's performance excited me. Another part of the introduction that made it interesting was the opportunity to ride the 2017 and 2018 models back to back. This not only gave me a chance to sample how dramatically the Softail line had changed, but also allowed me to more than double the number of motorcycles I've ridden in a single day, bringing the total to 20.
Next, we have Kevin Duke with the introduction of the 2017 Suzuki GSX-R1000R at Phillip Island.
It's been a while since this baby's been updated, but boy, have Suzuki put in the work to make it as good as it is. Suzuki hasn't really said it, but probably the BMW S1000R has been the benchmark here. Great responsiveness. It's only a couple of hard braking zones here at Phillip Island, but Brembo front brakes, this balance-free show of fork, does a great job at keeping the chassis composed. The last session we just went out in, turned the ABS off, and boy, there's a lot of power here with these Brembos. This is one sensational bike, and if you can afford it, it's kind of expensive for a Suzuki, but this is going to be raising the bar on what is available on a Japanese leader bike.
Coming in hot and filthy is Dirty Sean in the 2017 KTM 1290 Super Adventure R.
It's a 1290 when you want it to be. We are here in Paracas, Peru.
This is the Super Adventure R. The Super Adventure R is replacing the 1190 Adventure R from last year. We're looking at a new suspension for the 1290 this year. We've got quite a bit more travel, more optimized for off-road damping. So far, I've had no complaints with its off-road performance. We're riding these like off-road dirt bikes. We're not riding them like big heavy touring bikes. We're doing our amateur impersonations of the Dakar Rally today.
Woo! Yeah! I didn't think you could do this on this big giant bike. But you can. We are in deep powder. And we are doing it. Oh, we're swapping a little bit. Gonna drop off a fucking cliff. Hope that looked good on video. It sure hurt. Oh, fuck. Gonna drop off a fucking cliff. This is how deep the sand is. You can see it here. My left shin hurts. I did go over the bars. I think I can continue the ride though. The rest of the guys didn't come up here.
So, needless to say, that little pain I felt in my leg was more than we expected. Luckily, nothing's broken. Turns out that I've got some soft tissue crush damage from when I went over the bar. My left shin hit the bar, and so my leg's twice the size it should be. It's already too big to start with, so you know, what are you gonna do? Anyway, the bike was fine. I did ride it back down with the rest of the group, and I continued on for about 25-30 kilometers more after that. So I'm basically physically fine. That's it. It's a weird way to end a ride video. It's another great Mo adventure, right?